What's up, YouTube? Alright, if you saw my previous video about my Rand McNally tablet, I just did a quick general walkthrough. For this video here, I've been getting a lot of requests saying to go through and show how to pretty much use just the Rand McNally part of it itself. You know, how to get directions to go from point A to point B. So that's what this video is going to be about. I might even include a little bit of the tablet part itself, depending on how long the video ends up being. Be prepared, this is probably going to be at least a 15, maybe a 20-minute video. But I'm going to try to catch everything that I possibly can to show you how to use the tablet itself. So with that being said, let me get the tablet and we'll start it up. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, it's on the Android part of the tablet now. So I stopped using the stock Rand McNally homepage. So that way I can use it pretty much as just a regular, excuse me, turn that radio off. That way I can use it as a regular tablet, I guess you can say. Pretty much, you know, you got your Chrome, Facebook, YouTube. I got my games up here, you know, your Candy Crush and all those stupid, addicting games that when you're sitting doing nothing, they keep you entertained for the most part. I got Netflix and all that on here too, but I just haven't put it on the home screen. So pretty much, it's hard to see what I'm doing, so let me hit here. Okay, as you can see, I'm already going to a place. So I'm going to go ahead and just cancel this route out real quick. So when you start up your tablet, or when you start up your Rand McNally, you're going to be on this screen here. The truck tools here, you can go to timers and all that kind of stuff. You can set up, you know, there's my mileage that's on my truck right now. I forgot what I set this one for, but pretty much I got a, you know, my pre-service, my lube service, my A service is due in 1,400 miles. Which those I do myself. It ain't nothing to climb under the truck and lube up all your points. My regular B service or PM is right there at the 15,000 mark. Which when you hit the button, you can change it, you can reset it, whatever. Let me go back here. Obviously, you can say my max average miles per hour is 56. Like I said before in my other video. I do not run very fast at all. I keep my truck fairly slow. You can keep tracks of your mileage. Whatever the trails is, I don't know, but you can also keep track of your fuel. I don't do this because I use the Let's Truck app, which actually is on the tablet itself. It comes factory with the tablet, so you can sit there and enter in all your fuel, your mileage from when you get fuel. And so on. More truck info, you go through and you can set up, you know, if you got hazmat, what your weight is empty, what your weight is loaded, your height, your width, how long your trailer is. You know, if you want to adjust the ETA, I increased it obviously because I don't do the speed limit, I drive slower. So that way with increased ETA, you pretty much gives you a closer, you know, ETA, and I can sit there and even increase it more if I want to. You can decrease it, like if you're one of those drivers that always has to put your foot to the floor, you know, you're obviously not in a company truck, you're not governed, anything like that. Then you can go to the decrease ETA some. Sorry about this shaking. I don't know why. I guess I'm cold or something. I don't know. But anyways, you can decrease it to you know, decrease your ETA, so obviously set it to where you normally drive, what speeds you're normally driving, stuff like that. Pretty much regular ETA is a good ETA for about a 62 mile an hour truck. Increasing it, I run 58, 56, you know, stuff right around in there. My cruise is set at 58, but you know, with the uphills and downhills, You can't average 58. So that's why, you know, the increased ETA is about a 62 mile an hour speed. The increased even ETA more is right about a 55 mile an hour average speed. I should technically have it on that, but I don't. But anyways, you can change your number of axles to, you know, whatever it is that you have. Go back. You know, you can set up your warnings to where when you're going through, where is it at? For curve warnings. You know, if you got a sharp turn ahead, if you got a steep hill, you can change your display sizes. You can make it to where it turns it off automatically in, you know, a couple seconds so it doesn't block up your screen. Narrow roads, driving session, that's for your logs. I don't run my logs on here, which you can do as well. It'll change, you know, you can set your speed limit to where it'll display the car, the truck, or just the truck alone. I do it on both, so that way if I'm in a state that doesn't separate the car and the truck speed limits, it'll show just the car. If you're in a state that it shows both speed limits, like say cars are 70, trucks are 65, it'll show you the 65 mile an hour speed limit, and it'll be like a yellowish or orange color sign, which will be on the display. I got it to where it alerts me 2 miles before my tolls, a way station for 5 miles in front of me, construction 5 miles, and my speed warning. Obviously, you can change it to where it'll tell you, you know, I got mine set, if I'm going 7 miles an hour over the speed limit, it'll give me a warning, it'll say speed warning, you know, stuff like that. You can change it to where you can, when you're driving in the back roads, or even on the regular highway, where the speed limits are changing from 70 to 65 to 55, whatever the case may be, I got it to where it'll tell me 1 mile out that the speed limit's going to change. So that way, just in case you don't happen to see the speed limit sign, you already know that you should probably prepare to start slowing down. Pretty much you got your motor carrier's road info here. Never really gone to that, so let's see what that is. I'm actually in Tennessee right now. So we'll go to Tennessee and see what it says. Where did I go? Right there. Okay, emergency phone numbers, yada yada yada, state police, oversight. Okay, so it's just all your stuff that you need if you're hauling over weights or oversized or anything like that, I guess. Just emergency stuff. I thought it might show something else, but I guess not. Quick planner, I've never really used that. I'm not going to try to go in there and try to use it. You do have a calculator that you can use on here. Your miles and kilometer converters to show, I guess I believe Canada's using kilometers. I'm not sure. Never been up there. Would love to go, but never been up there. But, so you can convert that over. You got a notepad for just, quick notes that you can type up, directions or whatever. You also got a calendar. Let's see here. So then we'll go back here. Move this so it's not going to keep falling off my steering wheel here. We go to preferences, and that's where you can change your. I think I showed this in the other video, but you can change your different map colors, your vehicle type. You can go from a car, truck, or bus. That team driving's for if you're running your logs on it. Your brightness, that's self-explanatory. Let's see here. Trying to remember exactly where it's at. Maybe it's under map for what I'm thinking. Probably is. But anyways, for your route, once again you got your ETA stuff. You can select your fastest route. Let me stop looking at my camera here. Fastest route, shortest route. If you want to prefer the freeways, avoid small roads, etc. You can avoid toll roads, avoid your U-turns, avoid the ferries, cross border, country borders, avoid dirt roads and stuff like that. Fast recalculation is on because there are times that you miss your turn and then you're like, oh crap, where do I go now? Well, with this new tablet, it actually updates your route really fast. I mean, a lot faster than my 720 did. Now for the map, your zooms, you can go city scale. What is it? I'm not going to try to repeat it off the top of my head. Okay, city, street, or auto scale, or off. Pretty much, right now I have it on the city scale because I had it on the auto scale. And, I mean, that thing will zoom way out there sometimes. If you're on a highway for a long period of time. Like I was down in southern Georgia, actually Florida, going up 75 all the way to Atlanta to our yard. And pretty much all I saw on the map was about a line like this. And I can see everything else. I mean, on the city, at least that way, it's zoomed in a little bit more. I can see other roads if something's, if maybe it doesn't calculate a faster route. Maybe I might see another route that might be faster. Or another way that I want to go. Yada, yada, yada. You can always go there. Points of interest icons, you can set them up. I haven't set anything up yet except for Walmart's. You can set up your car icons. Let me go back to the truck. They got some actually pretty cool icons on here. You got your regular semi, 2D and 3D versions. You can change your color of your icon, of course. You got the arrow, the bus, a car, a chopper, off-road truck or Jeep, whatever it is. A racing snail. My kids liked that one. They thought they reminded them of Turbo, I mean. Pretty good movie, actually. It's kind of funny. Space shuttles, and then the trucks. Of course, I left mine on the truck. My other one had like a dinosaur or something like that I had on it for a while, just to change it up, make it different. You can change your route colors, to blue, red, green, whatever you want to, whatever color you want to change. You got your selector here for it. Pretty much. Okay, let's go back into it now. So if you got a place you're going, you hit choose destination. If you got something saved, you can go to your address book. If it's the same place that you've been to recently, you can hit your history, new location. Obviously, it's a new place. You can plan multi-stop trips. Points of interest are just like your truck stops and your Walmarts and stuff like that. I can go here. You can get your cat scales, your weigh stations, the dealerships, all that kind of stuff. If you hit quick stops here, then that's when you can find your, it's a lot quicker and it separates everything. So that way you have either your Walmart, your TA, your Petros, all that kind of stuff. Which comes in handy for like when I want to, when I'm trying to sleep at night or when I'm trying to find a parking spot at night, I would find, points of interest, and then I would hit my route, which obviously I don't have a route set up yet, so I can go my route, and it'll pop up, and I'll hit the, it'll pop up with this screen here. I can hit travel centers if I want to see what truck stops are up ahead of me on my route. Same thing with weigh stations, the cat scales, the dealerships, and then you hit quick stops. Boom, I hit Walmart, and that shows me all the Walmarts that's along my route without having to go out of route by, a distance. So, it's usually something that's either right off the freeway or roughly, a mile or two off the highway. It hasn't really routed me too far from that. But, I'm not going to go in the address book. We'll show you something here. Let's see. You hit your new location, your main street. Let's say we want to go to... Actually, here, let's go ahead and load up the place I'm delivering to. I'm going to Walmart. Let me grab my bills here so I can get the actual address here for me. Okay, so we're going to go to... Actually, it's already right there. London, Kentucky. And then you enter your street name in. Obviously, before that, you would type in, the city. So let's do it this way. We'll go ahead and go London. Type it in. Obviously, you can see it's starting to fill it in. And there you go. Right there's London, Kentucky. So you hit that. The street name is Russell. And it'll pull up all your lists if there's... if you're almost to the close ending of the word, it'll automatically pull it up. So we're going to the Memorial Highway. Address is 3701. And then hit enter. Now, sometimes it'll tell you that the house number is not correct. So if that's the case, actually, we'll try to demonstrate it. Let's go 99999. Hit enter. It'll pop up with this warning saying the valid entry, it's an invalid entry. So then you would hit close. you can delete the numbers that you put in and just hit list. And then it'll tell you a list of, you know, your address. Obviously, we're going to 3701. So then you can scroll down and see what's close to your actual address. And what do you know? Right there is 3701, you know. So, and then you can find the closest thing and go, and then just, obviously at that point, you get the closest address. Then you got to use your head a lot more once you get real close to the place to actually, you know, find it. So you can hit begin route, or you can hit compare routes. It'll then tell you that you can, it'll show 2 routes based on your preferences, or show 2 routes based on, you know, 1 toll road, 1 non-toll road. So then you hit, you know, basic. It'll ask you if you're loaded or empty. You can you can click always loaded if you want. I don't, because sometimes when I'm empty, it'll put me on the lighter weight back roads and stuff like that, obviously. So we're going to hit loaded. I mean, granted, I'm not 80,000 pounds right now. I'm nowhere near it. I could have just hit empty. You know, so it'll tell you pretty much your different ways of going. Up here where it says no tolls, obviously because both of the routes that it's claiming, there's no tolls. Now, if there is a toll, one thing I do like about this, I don't know if the new 730 or the new 530 has that option or not. But what I did find out is that if you have a toll road, like when I was going from Pennsylvania over to Indianapolis, it showed me, you know, $96 and some change here for tolls, and like $6 and some change over here, kind of avoiding most of the tolls. So if you hit that, and then it'll just calculate your route. Obviously, you want to pick the shortest route or whatever. But with that being said, then, you know, you got this set up. This is when you're actually driving down the road, whatever. You can always hit your menu button. You know, like I said, choose destination, points of interest, my route, and then, you know, travel centers or way stations if you want to see if there's, you know, a way station in your route. You know, if you got a heavier load and you're kind of leery about scaling it or whatever, and you don't want to scale it. I mean, obviously, if you're that leery about it, you should probably scale it anyways, because you never know when they got a pop-up scale somewhere. But then you just got to go back. They have a shortcut setting for it as well, and that's what I forgot to mention to you as well. Say if you're in choose destination, right, we're just going to look up the previous place that we just looked up, you know, the Walmart over there in London, Kentucky. You can hit this button right here to save it to your address book, and then we'll go ahead and do that. It'll ask you if you want to save it as that. You just hit no or yes if you want to save it as that. You can hit clear here and then enter, you know, whatever you want to enter. I'm not going to go ahead and save it, but, you know, you can do that. I only save our terminal addresses in my thing, or my house and stuff like that. But just to get a quick reference of it anyways. But then you hit go back to map. You can change your settings here. You know, you can go to route settings if you want to, you know, if you wanted, say if you're going through a state and you go, oh crap, I forgot to turn off the scale, you know, to allow tolls or whatever. Hit that, change it, and as soon as you go back to the map, it's going to recalculate your route just in case, you know, anything happens to change. While you're driving down the road, say, you know, how it shows here that it's a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. Say if it's not, you can press that, and you can enter, obviously, like it says, truck speed limit 0 miles per 0 miles per hour is incorrect. Near that time, it should be 5 miles an hour or whatever. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to change it because Rand McNally might get mad at that one. But, you know, if you're on a highway and it shows the wrong, you know, speed, you can touch that. And then when you get into a Wi-Fi area again, you can send it, and it'll send an email to Rand McNally telling them, hey, you know, the speed limit shows 55, but yet it should actually be, you know, 65 or 70 or 45 or whatever. And it'll go off of the speed that you're actually traveling. So obviously, when you hit that button, you want to be doing the speed limit, so that way it'll tell you. This one here pretty much tells you. Okay, that's not what I thought. Oh, that's just what exits you got and what's available at those exits. I've never really used that, so I wasn't sure. If you're not sure about how you don't remember how it's zoomed in, I mean, you can always zoom your map out and go from there. But say you want a little bit more detailed, you can press the 3 lines there, and it'll tell you exactly which way you're turning and when you're turning on what roads for your whole trip. Doesn't seem like it's moving. Maybe it's trying to catch up with me here for a second. Oh no, there it goes. But you know, it'll move for that. Other than that, you can change your settings here to heads up, north, or 3D view. I like mine on the 3D view. That way it moves, you know, the map moves with me, and it's always showing me the direction I need to go. Your menu over here just takes it away or puts it back for all your settings here. You can hit the miles per hour that you're showing, and then it pulls up this thing. You know, it'll get you your average speed, your max speed that you've done, and so on. It also, if I can remember correctly, let me think about this for a second. If I touch here, maybe not. But it shows a graph. I don't remember exactly how to do it. At least that was on the 720. I don't know if this one does it or not. But obviously, if I was, you know, it tells you when the sunrise is, sunset is, all, you know, all that. It tells you your local time, your yard time, which is obviously what you set up. The ETA to your delivery. Shows your elevation here. Okay, that's what it is. And then it shows your current leg of the trip here. Obviously, you know, from before, you know, it'll tell you, you know, I've already gone halfway through my trip, so it'll fill up, you know, halfway and so on. At 4409, that's how many miles I've put on the truck since I actually bought this navigation. That's how many miles it's tracked. You can add your fuel, you can change your settings to whatever trip you want. And then let's see, go back. But I think that pretty much covers. You can press your time there. Oh, that's right. Let's do this real quick. If you have a multi-stop, like say, okay, you got your setting here. Let's go choose destination, points of interest, my route, travel centers. Say we want to go to the Flying J right there in Kentucky, exit 2. But you don't want to have to worry about remembering. You just want it to remind you pretty much that your truck stop's coming up. You can hit add as via, add to start. Obviously, we're still loaded. It'll check the route. It'll tell you. There it goes. Like I said, it loads pretty quick, so you know that's real time. Now, it shows we're 84 miles from that lug or from that Flying J. So pretty much we can go here. Let me fix that from falling. You can hit, you can change it to where it'll display, your remaining time, your yard time, your elevation. You can change that to whatever you want. But we're going to say remaining time, and you can do the leg or the total trip. Obviously, the leg is what it was showing, and that was 84 miles. So we can go total trip, and boom, now it's showing, that's 242 miles, counting our stop at the Flying J, and then to our final destination. Or you can change it to, that was my yard time. I accidentally hit the wrong button looking at my screen. We'll just go to the leg. So that way, it shows that. Now say if you decide, oh no, I'm not going to stop at that truck stop or that way station or whatever, whatever you put in there is that temporary stop. You go to settings here and just skip to next stop. And then obviously hit loaded. And it'll recalculate you real quick. Now I just noticed something. You can temporarily avoid, if there's an accident or something, you want to temporarily avoid it, you can go to there. You can even permanently avoid a road that you're on. If you don't, say you're driving down the road, you're following this navigation, and it puts you on just a small road that you don't feel safe about, or, you just don't care for that road. You can permanently avoid it, and that way you'll never have to worry about it routing you on that same exact road again. But with that being said, there's the, that's pretty much all I can tell you about this. This is your Wi-Fi connection. You can get your weather and your fuel prices once you connect to Wi-Fi. And then, it shows you your current time right there. Or yard time, whatever. I think it's the current time. I don't have my clock on me right now. But, pretty much that said, you can hit the thing. People were asking me about the dash cam. Let me pull up the stock dash cam here. This is a stock dash cam. We'll go ahead and angle it up this way. Hopefully you'll be able to see it pretty good. It'll show you. The only thing I don't like about it is as you're moving, They've done some upgrades to it, so it's helped. It doesn't make it as pixelated, but you know, you move it too quick, it'll start getting kind of blurry on you. It's just the camera itself isn't a high-res cam, but it does the job, you know. Now, if you can use this camera and record in the background while you have your GPS up, I do not know. I've never really used it, so I always back out of that one. What I use is this one right here. See if I can focus in on it. Okay, there it goes. It's the Auto Guard Pro. I used this on my Android phone a long time ago. Loved it, and then I bought an actual dash camera because I got tired of having my phone on the dash and constantly on the charger. Guess I didn't hit the button right. There it goes. So as it loads up, which as you can see in the reflection, I'm on my Galaxy Note 3. It'll pull it up, you know, same view, all that, you know, it'll go through. But with the Pro version, you can download the free version of this to try it out if you want, even on your Android phone. I don't know about Apple, but I know on Android you can download it and check it out. The free version is there. It just will not allow you to download in the background. I have it to where it automatically starts recording as soon as I load the app up. But you can go through here. You can change your settings on it to, you know, I mean, all kinds of stuff. You can change your sensor settings, your shock sensors. You know, if you want it to record as soon as you load it, how long you want it to record. If you want to archive some stuff. Actually, let's see. Let's go back. I know I saved one, so let's go video. Let's scroll through here. I know I saved one of them. Let's see where it's at. Okay. As you can see here, hopefully, there's a little star on that one. That's one that I archived just because I forgot what it was. Well, let's see. Let's go to show video. Now, when you're showing the video, as you can see right here, it's playing of how, you know, me driving. If I had my tablet hooked, or if I had the Rand McNally hooked up to Wi-Fi at the time, it would show over here. It would show a map, which you can. Where is it at? You can share it. You know, save it, and see if it'll do it. I guess not. But right there it shows you how fast I was driving. I forgot why I saved this one, but oh yeah, watch how close this tanker is to this car. Let's see if I can turn this so you can get a better view at it. We're driving on ice, and look how close he is to that car. Even after I passed him, and passed them both, he was still riding that car's butt. Never did he go around him. He was fully loaded, or he was loaded. He, you know, the tanker was placarded. You know, that's just beyond stupid. I mean, that's you know, that's definitely something you don't want to be doing, because if that car's lost control, hit the brakes slightly, that tanker is going to rear end them real bad. And who knows, hauling hazmat, that's some fines, buddy. But here's your, you know, your Let's Truck app, and this video is getting a little long. I had to reset my tablet. I restored it back to stock settings because I had a problem with the app that I downloaded, so I got to relog into this. But anyways, you know, that's your Rand McNally settings. We'll do another walkthrough of the tablet if you want. But basically, it's pretty much an Android tablet, an Android phone, however you want to say it. You know, you can put your live wallpapers on there. Obviously, I like the flames, so it looks cool. Gives it something to look at. But you can press and hold and move stuff around. You know, wherever you want to move it. I went the smart way. I got my AVG antivirus on here, so when I'm downloading apps that, you know, I don't get a virus or anything. But like I said before, it's just quick and simple. You know, boom, and it's set up. But with that being said, I don't want to turn this camera around because I probably won't even see my face. But anyways, pull this back down here, give you guys something to look at, give you some flames to stare at for a second. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your buddies. You know, put your questions, comments, concerns in the comment box below, or you can always email me at truckerqa@gmail.com, and ask your questions there. Give me your ideas. If you got an idea for a video, you want something, other than a question, you want me to show you something. Obviously, if I have it, in my possession, or something that I can buy real quick that I think I might use myself, then, hey, I'll make a video on that as soon as I buy it. Also, before I forget, a lot of people have asked me, is this tablet really worth spending the $500 on it compared to the $400 that the regular, 730 is? In my opinion, yes. Because if you think about it, you got your Rand McNally tablet, or your Rand McNally GPS right here. That's $400 for the 7-inch. This is an 8-inch. So right there, for the $100 difference, you're getting a $300 Android tablet plus a $100 dash camera. So I mean, right there's the savings alone. So I mean, you can take it. I mean, the battery life on this thing is crazy. I mean, I've had it unhooked and played around, playing games on it, sitting here at the steering wheel, and the battery on it is damn good. It lasts for quite a while. So I mean, before I forget to mention that, I thought I would mention that in the video. But yes, is it worth it? Is it worth spending the extra $100 to $120 depending on where you buy it? I would say definitely, especially if you want the idea of tablet versus just regular old GPS. So I mean, that way you got a 3-in-1 combination there. You got your dash camera, you got your navigation, and you got your tablet. Anything you can do on an Android tablet, you can do on here. Watch videos. I did get it to play the sound. For those of you that watched my other video, I just had to get this app here. Let me find it real quick. Where'd it go? I know I downloaded it. Where did it go? Maybe it doesn't pop up. But let's see here. We'll do it this way. We'll do it the easy way. Got my file, SD card. What do I have on here? Let me angle this down so you don't see it. Okay, I don't even have a damn video on here to watch. But anyways, when I load up the video, it would ask me, which program I want to use. I use VLC for beta or VLC player, the Android beta. It'll play anything and everything and give it sound and all that. But with that being said, this video is now 30 minutes long. It's going to take me a long time to upload this. So hopefully it doesn't take me 2 days like the last one did. But with that being said, like I said before, like, share, comment, email me, your ideas, questions, whatever. Definitely, subscribe and share this with your friends. If you want me to make a video going through, the actual tablet part, shoot me a message or an email, or even in the comment box below. Tell me what you would, specific things that you would want to see in that video, because I mean, it's an Android tablet, so it's pretty much just like using your own phone. But if you got, if you got a certain question about, something in there, feel free, hit me up, and we'll make another video. But with that being said, be safe out there like always. Like, subscribe, and share. Be safe. See ya.